season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Vikings nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. No return here for Richard, and that will bring the ball out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Jackson. Catch is made here by Aaron Smith Jr. Touchdown, Vikings! Aaron Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Murray's throw going to be caught by Davis. And mark him down. Minnesota 10. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Throwing now is Murray. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, Murray completing it to the right side. Johnson only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field, and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Jackson. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Richard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second and 8. Play action. Now it's Murray. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Murray off play action. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that Short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Olivier Vernon brings him down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Jackson. Lets it fly for Thielen. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Jets 7.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. This is Smith with a grab. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Watch the slap, watch the slap, watch the slap. 53's the mark, 53, check 53. Yeah.
Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now Murray again. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray now. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Working with a 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Preston Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? He's got a man, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Lambeau on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Vikings 21, Jets 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jalen Richard now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
At the 20-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson. And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
15-yard line.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
50 Cent. Mike, 50 Cent. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
At the 40-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Cook. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got Smith here. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They run, Cook, and he stopped immediately there. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Jackson. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr. with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Murray now on first down. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
Murray's pass complete to Ty Johnson.
A final shot before half from Murray, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time on 4th and 1. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Breida fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Vikings 31, Jets 21. To kick off for the Jets.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check like 39. Check like 39. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now it's Jackson. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play action. Now Jackson. This is Smith with the ground. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Colin Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run for it with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Check. 53 spot. Hey, it's up. 53 for Mike. 53 for Mike. Here we go.
Jackson now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 14. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray trying again after the pick six. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And inches.
They run again with Breida. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On play action, it's Murray. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
1st down, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. the ground. It's Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 11.
Now a give to Madison. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Vikings on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's more. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Again, he finds more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check, 45.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
Good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, this is Madison. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another carry now for Madison. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now a give to Breida. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. They're playing a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.